Hello, everybody. Getting ready for the show here. Bear with me for just a few minutes here while I finalize a few things. Just a little bit of housekeeping. How's everyone doing? Love button. Hello, my dear. And Don in New Mexico and Terry79. Saw you guys on a bit ago. I hope everything's doing well for y'all. Austrian Stacker. Hello, my friend. Good to see you. Welcome. And retired Navy Rob. Good to see you. Give me a one if you guys can hear me okay. Let me know how the audio's doing. I'll try to avoid what Yankee Stacking did last Thursday. Oh, that was too funny. If you guys haven't seen the replay from last Thursday, he did not realize his audio was turned off all the way through the pre-show and about 2 or 3 minutes into his actual show last Thursday. And people started yelling at him, "Hey, your audio's turned off." Not sure. He took some type of update which shut stuff down, so. Hello, Jose. Good to see you. Welcome to a Stackers Gathering. We'll get started here in just a couple minutes. Thank you for the ones. Appreciate it. And one last thing real quick here. Once the music starts playing, we will do a pre-show giveaway here. So anyone that's out here right now, get something into the chat if you want a chance to win something. What the something is, I don't know. I got a bingo box with all my shinies in it, so we'll pull something out. Get something into the chat if you want a chance to win. I want to bring it up into the wheel of names when we do it. So that is ready. Oops. Yeah, love that. Turn that off for a second here. Yeah, I don't like it when it does that. It drives me nuts. Let's see what this does. Nope. Doesn't do that. Drives me crazy. It was just working a second ago. What's the change? Oh, know what it is. There we go. All right. Sorry about that, everyone. All right, everyone that wants to chance to win something from me, get something into the chat between now and the end of the intro. We'll see you in a couple minutes. Hello, stackers. HoosierStacker coming at you from Southern Indiana. Welcome, one and all, to a Stackers Gathering. Welcome, welcome. And as I said just a few minutes before the start of the music, I'm doing a giveaway right at this very moment. If anyone wants to play, put a 1 into the chat right now. Or put something into the chat right now, and we'll do a wheel of names here. Good to see everyone out here. Hello, Still Ringer. Welcome, Ronald Lutz. Hello, Barbara, my dear. How are you? Mark Lewis. Harry. Mrs. Coin Crew Squirrel. Love button, Amanda C. Hello, hello, hello. Donald, welcome. Welcome back, my friend. Heather, good to see you. A lot of good people out here already this evening. Good evening, everyone. Good to see everyone. Or good to hear everyone anyway. Or you see everyone typing. How's that? See everyone typing. That's what matters. All right, we're going to do a quick giveaway right at this very moment. I'm going to copy all names. My computer catches up. Participants. Very good. There we go. Amanda C. Austrian. Good to see you, my friend. Hello. Barbara Cabone. CoinDude 67. And Donald, Heather, of course, myself, Jose. Hello. Love button, Mark Lewis. Good to see you. Mrs. Coin Crew, retired Navy Rob. Good to see you, Rob. Donald Silveringer. Hello. And my bot. Go away, my bot. Go away, bot. We don't want the bot in here. We don't want the bot in here. Now I want to leave myself in there because if it lands on me, then I get to double it. I guess you guys don't mind. We double the winning, right? Here we go. And I don't get to double it, but love button gets to some shinies for me. Congratulations, love button. So you win something. Don't know why yet. But you'll win. Let me see what I can find here in the box here. Let me see what I can find here in the box. All right. Let's see what we got in the box here. What do we have in the box? Let's see. What do I want to give Miss Love Button? Got 10th ounce Buffalo. 1943 Walker. Half ounce round. Here we go. We'll do this. We'll do a combo. How's that? Do a combo. I'm going to give you a 10th ounce silver buffalo round, as well as a 1/4 ounce silver round. Just for being here this evening. Congratulations, love button. Now the question is, love. Now the question becomes, do you want to donate any either of these or both of them or none of them to the mystery gall box or the giveaway gall box, the mega gall box? Let me know how you want to proceed with that. I can put one or both or none of these into the gall box, and whatever doesn't go in the gall box, I will mail out to you. Hello, Strawman. Good to see you. Let me know, love, how you want to do that. Let me know. Hello, Strawman. Good to see you. Donald says, or Love says, send to Donald and give it to his son. Okay, I can do that. I can do that, love button. It sounds like a very good idea. Send it to Donald to give to his son. There you go, Donald. You got some shinies coming your way from me. Donated by love button. Oh, well, Donald. So Donald wants me to just put into the mega box. I can do that. See what Donald's anticipating is him winning this mega box. See, and all the stuff that he's won that he's donated will get back that way, plus everything else. Hello, Silver Predator Casting. Good to see you. Yep, Heather, I am contributing to a mega gall box. Well, not just me. Many people out here in the community have donated to this mega gut box, including yourself. So people that have won stuff on the show, either during a Stackers gathering or during Silver Stacker Bingo, if they rather, they can donate their winnings to the mega gut box, and then eventually, Steel Ringer, HVAC Residential Basics, and I will figure out a way to give this away. Got some ideas, so. But if anyone out here, if you have any suggestions or recommendations on how to do a mega god box, let us know. Just email me. Just email me your ideas so I don't lose track of them. But I do want this will go out to some lucky winner. And if you look at the size of the box, and of course you get the cigar box as well, because the box itself's pretty cool. But if you look at the size of the box and inside of the box here, we can probably get a couple $100 worth of face value worth of shinies in here easily. So it will be a very significant amount of silver for one lucky winner once we get the box full. So, all right, love button. I will go ahead. Well, actually, Donald, since love gave this to Donald, I will donate these into the mega box. In fact, what I'll do is, since I'll go ahead and put both your name as well as Love's Button's name onto the sticker, just because anyone that does donate to this mega god box does get recognition for doing so. I believe this is actually Donald's third contribution to the mega god box. All right, there we go. Down in New Mexico in Love Button on today's date. Again, a 1/4 ounce buffalo round and a 1/10 ounce buffalo round, or nickel round actually. What's a nickel buffalo? Anyway, it's silver. So 1/4 ouncer and a 1/10 ouncer into the mega god box. Thank you guys for your support and donating to the mega god. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to this box maxing out. It's going to be very interesting to see how much silver we can get into the box. I'm looking forward to that. We could actually spin off a little tiny contest with that. I don't know how, but we could also do a little tiny spin-off contest. How much silver do you think this box can hold? And now, as in troy ounces, obviously. But how much silver can you think this box can hold? Considering the many varieties of silver that's out there, I could see the number of guesses going crazy. I mean, if it was just strictly 1 ounce bullion, you can probably get about, I'm guessing, about 50 ounces in here. I would say about 40 or 50 ounces in here, but if it's just dimes, or obviously it's not just dimes, obviously right now. But you know, we have all sorts of variety in here. So, how much silver could this box hold? That might be a nice little contest to have. So yeah, Squirrel's saying 60, and Ron Lutz is saying 50. So that's about what I'm thinking. But again, it depends on what is actually going into the box, right? So like Donald donated a couple of 10th ounce Buffalo rounds a few weeks back, and JM donated 3 war nickels, and then he turned around and won this DC Silver State quarter. I donated back, or he donated back into the box. And of course, what Love and Donald just donated, you know, that's a 10th ounce and a quarter ounce right there. So, and then of course I got some constitutional in here as well. So I mean, I have this 1969 40%er Kennedy in here, and Heather threw in a couple, or donated a couple of Mercs, I believe, a while back. And then you throw in the oddball, you know, it's this 1 gram Geiger. This 1 gram Geiger from Steel Ringer, and Milky UF or Milky donated a couple of, I believe these were Mercs as well. And then Donald donated this 1 ounce copper round. So I guess I need to figure out, you know, how we're going to separate that, because that's actually a copper round there. So yeah, be interesting to see in between silver and copper how much. I guess I could just go by the weight of the box, I suppose. That throws that would include everything, right? So interesting. I think that's going to be really interesting how much weight we get in there by the time everything is said and done. So, and of course, whoever wins also gets the cigar box itself, which I picked up at a flea market for $6 a few months ago, and they had like 6 of them. So I have like this box here. I got the bingo box over here. I got this bingo box right here. I also got my gift box that of the shinies that people gift onto me, which I do not return back to the community. That's in the 3rd box. I got a couple of other boxes. I got a box from Mrs. Hoosier. So yeah, good deal on the boxes. I grabbed it. I grabbed them all up. Yeah, I like the boxes too, Mrs. Coin Crew. So yeah, it's I like it. I like it a lot. Hello, Spray Can. Coins, good to see you, my friend. Welcome. Austria, thank you very much. I know it is. It's like middle of the night over there for you, is it not? Right around midnight, 1 o'clock or so. So thank you for coming by for a little bit, Austrian. I do appreciate it, my friend. And if there's anyone out here that wants to come up to the panel, the chat is in, or the link for the panel is into the chat. I will paste it in there separately right now. And anyone wants to come up, you're more than welcome to do so. And while we're doing that, let's talk about HoosierStacker Bingo real quick here. So HoosierStacker Bingo is this Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. So we're going to do our bingo games like we normally do, but I'm going to do a couple other things. I want to do a buy it now. This not tonight, but Saturday. For a couple of things here. I got this commemorative 1999 Canadian Millennium coin set here that I want to bin out to someone. And I'm thinking like $30. I think this was like $30 might cost. So $30 for this guy here. I have another one, which is actually a 2000 commemorative Canadian coin set. And these aren't silver, mind you. I mean, they may be silver play, but they are not silver like we like. But we do have some pretty shinies. I think these would be a nice Christmas present is what I'm thinking. So for Saturday night, I'm going to do a bin on these two items here. I'm going to do a bin on these two items here. $30 for both of them, or $30 for each of them, I should say. $30 for each of them. Like I said, nice Christmas presents. Hello, HVAC. Good to see you, my friend. Skippy, good to see you. Oh, Strongman, didn't see you in there. Hello. How you doing? So we're doing a bin on these two things come Saturday. $30 for each of them. 99 Canadian and 2,000 Canadian. I know we have plenty of Canadian friends that might be interested, or for that matter, anyone might be interested in these guys for Saturday night. Again, these would be nice. I think these would be nice Christmas presents. And then, oh, I forgot about this. We're going to do a bin on as well on this item right here, which I've had for a while now. This is the Presidential Hall of Fame bronze set that I picked up from the LCS a while back. Nixon keeps popping out. But basically, it's a bronze set of all the presidents from Washington all the way up to Nixon. This was produced in 1969. The book here that comes with it has a history of all the presidents, and this is prior to Nixon's step down from the seat, because it does not show his. It still shows his ending term year as unknown. So this was actually produced in, I want to say 1969. Actually 1968. It actually says so right there. 1968 from the Franklin Mint. I want to bin this as well. I'm going to go ahead and ask for $30 for that as well Saturday night. And I think these would be really nice Christmas presents for anyone that's interested. But we'll do that between bingo games. We'll do the bingo games, but every second or third bingo game, we'll do a bin on one of these sets, and then we'll do the next bingo game. So I want to do that. Well, that's for this coming bingo night. Again, nice. I think these would be nice Christmas presents. However, I got one more. Got one more thing in which I think is going to garner a lot of attention. And I'm going to probably end up having to do an auction on this guy because, you know, it is what it is. But what it is this silver set. It contains a 1986 ASE and then a 2021 Type 1 ASE. This was a commemorative set provided to me from my LCS that has the first American Silver Eagle design and the last Type 1 American Silver Eagle design. So I've had this for about 3 months now, and it's like, it's nice, but yeah, my LCS, Kentucky Ant Coin Jewelry, I got this from them, so I want to make sure that they get recognized. I'll make sure these business cards come with the set, and you guys can check them out. But I don't want to touch that without my gloves. Hang on. You don't want my grimy hands all over them there. It's a really nice looking case, so I don't want to get, yeah, I'm not going to spit on it there, Don. Hey, Silver Loving Lou, good to see you, welcome. And anyone else that I have missed, my apologies, welcome. And I saw Skippy in there a bit ago. Who else has came in since the show started? Like I said, I apologize if I'm missing anyone. A lot of good people out here. If you would be so kind, smash that thumb button on your way in or on your way out and just say hi and thank you for your love and your support. So for the mint set here, this is going to be an auction, and as I'm sure many of you have heard from me in the past, I don't do auctions. However, once in a blue moon I will do something which, you know, Christmas is coming. I think this is a blue moon situation. So the stackers gathering for December, which I believe is December 4th, I believe is the next stack, or not stackers gathering, bingo. The next silver stacker bingo after Saturday, I believe is December 4th. So for December's bingo night, I am doing an auction for this set here. So now this, I believe what they did is they actually, the mint provides the LCS, the actual container, and then it's, I believe it's the LCS's responsibility to provide the coins. So with that being said, the LCS also this set also comes with a COA from my LCS, indicating the genuineness of the 2 coins that's inside this container. So that will be along with the set, along with their business card. And here we go. So in a 1986 ASE, in 2021 ASE, Type 1, obviously. So this is going to be for the December game night, and it's going to be an auction. So a little bit of ease on what's to come for the show. Yeah, I went to the LCS looking at just looking around. I saw this out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, hey, that would be a really nice Christmas present. So I grabbed it for some lucky winner in this community. So if anyone wants a chance to win this in an auction, come by HoosierStacker Bingo Night in December, which let me double check the date here. Pretty sure it's December 4th, yes. So the December HoosierStacker Bingo is December 4th. So come by, and if you want a shot to win this set during an auction. So really nice looking Christmas present there. And like I said, that's a really nice looking case. I did not want to get my grimy hands all over it. It'd be nice of a case to do that too. So this back in there. Put this in there along with the 2 business cards. Yeah, if you guys haven't, check out Kentucky and Coin Jury, KYCANDJ.com. And if you do go by there, or if you do contact them, tell them that I sent you. And they're not an official sponsor, but I do like their product. I do like their service. So I'm working with them on getting sponsorship from them. So any support there would be greatly appreciated. So that is going to be a really nice set for someone. All right. This bronze set, Mrs. Hoosier actually saw the bronze set, so she grabbed it. Again, everyone from Washington all the way down to and up to Nixon, including the 3-month president, William Henry Harrison. Our 3-month president. It was 3 months. I think it was only 3 months. Then he was dead. Pneumonia or whatever it was. I think it was pneumonia. The idiot. My understanding is the idiot stood outside during the really nasty weather and do his thing and got sick and died. That's my understanding. So that's going to be a bin for someone Saturday night, for someone for $30, as well as these 2 kits here from Canada, these derivatives from Canada, $30 for each of these, as well as this guy here. So that's going to be for Saturday night. We're going to do this. We're going to do 3 separate non-bingo games for these 3 things for Saturday. All right. Let's see what else we got going on here. Check through the chat. Get these gloves off because my hands are sweating. All right, AZ Coins, good to see you, my friend. Hello, Red Light, good to see you. Welcome. And who else have we got out here? A lot of good people out here. And let me put the link into the chat for anyone who wants to come up. At least this should work. All right, and then Love and Luke, good to see you. And Millstacks, welcome. How are you doing? Thanks for coming by, everyone. Do appreciate it. Now, what was I going to talk about? I had something on my head or in my brain to talk about, but I can't remember what it was now. Hey, when that happens, I had something on my brain on that. Now I don't remember it. We can talk about silver, right? I mean, that's what we do here, right? So let's talk about. Of course, you all know how I like my Constitution. Let's talk about Constitutional. As you can see, I got lots of quarters here, and I like the quarters more than I do dimes. Now, there's plenty of people out here that prefer dimes over quarters. What's your thoughts? What's your preference between, when it comes to Constitutional? What's your preference? Do you like quarters, or do you prefer halves? We got a few halves here, and some people, you know, including myself, have a few dimes. And I got a few candies, but I'm not going to break them out. Dumping out the stuff's easy. So this is why, exactly right here, this is why I love Constitution. I can sit there and just toy with it all day long. I don't care. And dimes are beautiful for something small, like, you know, if we get into an event where, you know, SHTF occurs, or we go economically, we go really bad sideways, which, you know, writing's on a wall there. But anyway, SHTF occurs and everything becomes stupid. I can pretty much say, and with much confidence, that silver coinage is going to return in the goods and services. Put a 1 to the chat if you agree with me or not. I truly believe that, and this is the reason why I started collecting Constitutional, is I truly believe that this is going to be our saving grace in a SHTF event. And even though it's hard to, hey JM, good to see you. Even though it's hard to fathom right now, I think the people that are truly into what we do here in this community understand the importance of having silver. Because, like, for example, I remember seeing a video about a year ago of a gas station. I want to say in Washington or maybe Oregon. They were accepting silver quarters for gallons of gas. They were offering a gallon of gas for a dime. I believe it was a dime or 2 dimes, something like that. They were offering a gallon of gas for a dime. And unheard of, however, something like that puts into perspective the importance of silver, because when we do go sideways, this is going to be the saving grace. I honestly believe that if I go, when the time comes, if I go to my grocery store, and that's another thing that's probably going to happen. Your big box grocery stores are not going to last very long. during an event like that. It's going to be your mom and pop shops, your mom and pop stores, your corner markets that used to be around back in the day. That's going to endure a situation. So anyway, to be able to take $1.40, be able to take $1.40 of constitutional here. $1.40 face value of constitutional is 1 troy ounce of silver. A little bit, really close to it. But be able to take $1.40 face value of constitutional and going down to your mom pop shop to buy meat, because more than likely prices, all the prices are going to go up. Plain and simple, all the prices are going to go up. But it's still going to be more affordable to be able to pay for something with silver than it will be for fiat, because fiat's going to be stupid expensive anyway. Already is now. But to be able to go to your store with $1.40 of silver to allow you to survive during an event is priceless. So I can take a couple of quarters, 50-cent face value here. These quarters are worth about $10, and I could go get a gallon of milk, a couple loaves of bread, and probably a dozen eggs, probably for less than this. Again, it depends on how inflation does its thing, right? But gallon of milk, a dozen eggs or so, some bread, maybe a little bit of meat. You may have to break out a little bit more. You may have to go up to $1 face value for some meat. I mean, a lot of that depends on the cost of goods when everything does go sideways, right? But in the end, it's going to be more affordable, even with when the prices do go crazy. It's going to be more affordable to use your silver to live on than fiat from any stretch of the imagination. So, where do you stand on constitutional? A lot of people, sometimes and when I first started getting into the constitutional, I didn't really conceptualize it at first, but now I do. I understand that this stuff here is going to allow me to survive during an event. Now, of course, precious metals isn't the only thing you need to be prepared with. Obviously, you want to keep food and water and all the other essentials in the prepping state. But you don't have to be some type of doomsdayer either. There's plenty of videos out there of doomsdayers, and it's like, that's a little ridiculous. But you got to be prepared, right? So, but right now, in this day and age, right now, what's really beautiful about constitutional, and it drives HVAC's residential basics crazy, is it's dirty, dirty, dirty. And I love it. I love it a lot. Now, of course, we'll have to go through and sort this all back out after the show now. But I don't even know how much I have. I don't keep track of it from that perspective, because for me, the actual weight that I have is irrelevant when it comes to being prepared. It is my honest belief that silver, if during an SHTF event, silver is going to allow us to survive during the event. That's my 2 cents on it. Of course, to each your own. And it's antibacterial. That's where this is going through. Silver is going to allow you to survive during an SHTF event. Silver, you'll be able to take fractional silver. I mean, that's exactly what this is. This is fractional silver. You'll be able to take a couple of quarters and go get yourself some food for your family for the next couple of days. This is to survive during an event. This is what will allow you to rebuild after an event. Gold. It's going to be gold that's going to allow you to rebuild after an event. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to barter well with gold, right? That's not practical to try to barter with gold. And fractional gold is just crazy silly when it comes to premiums. So bartering with gold during an event, unless it's a significant transaction, bartering with gold during an event is not practical, but it's an option in case you need it. Like, you have to buy a car or something. You might be able to do that with one of these guys. But for day-to-day living, your food, clothing, shelter, your monthly expenses, maybe things like that, this is not going to be practical unless you cash out, which that's another story for another day. But this, it wouldn't be practical to live day to day during an event, whereas this stuff here will be. But this stuff would be very important to have to allow you to rebuild after an event. That's my opinion from my crystal ball. So to each their own on that. Tell me your thoughts in the chat. Let me know. HVAC, you want to see a couple of dirty ones? Yeah, there we go. There we go. There's one for you. Here's one for you, HVAC. And you can find another one here. Here you go. Here's another one for you. That's actually a little tone more than dirty, but there you go. But yeah, so as Angel said, or Mrs. Coinker said, it's antibacterial. So if I did get COVID, this stuff won't get transmitted onto it. Hey Mateo, man, good to see you. Welcome. Crystal balls. Oh, well, yeah, I do have little gray balls there down too, but I gotta keep my crystal ball. I have to break it out every so often. The HoosierStacker crystal ball, which is 100% correct. But yeah, that's my standpoint on it. Always has been. What's funny about that? I say it's always has been, but I've only been doing what we do in this community for about a year and a half now. But I have learned so much from everyone out here. I appreciate everyone's insight. So doing this as long as I have been has provided lots of insight on what we have to do as stackers, or what we have to do as a community to support love and in order to survive, plain and simple. And we all hope it never comes to that. We all hope we never have to resort to that situation. But when you see countries starting down that road, or have been down that road, and you see the news and you just see the inflation, or they're actually starting the word stagflation now. So that's never a good thing. The word stagflation has been tossed around here, which I guess is worse than inflation. So, and now that I see the prices going up, a year and a half ago, I would never have thought anything about the prices going up. I fear it's just life, right? Well, no, there's more to it than just life. The situation is being manipulated by various entities that's driving it worse than it really needs. But people aren't seeing it that way. People don't see it that way. People see it as, oh, it's just life. No, there's more to it than that, people. That's right, Terry. I'm a rookie stacker. Well, actually, even more so for constitutional, because this stuff here I've only been stacking since December last year. Just when I started stacking constitutional, because it was about the same time that the premiums for 1 ounce bullion was getting stupid expensive. I stopped stacking bullion and converted over to constitutional because it was just the bullion, the premiums just when you were showing out 20% premiums for 1 ounce silver, that's just, no, can't do that. Hello, Victoria Roman Carter, BCA. Good to see you. Welcome, my dear. So yeah, this is my emergency stack to survive on. And I'm actually getting an itch to get to the LCS here. Just real soon to get some more, but thanks to COVID last couple weeks ago, I'm actually strapped in funds to go to the LCS, so I have to wing back. And that brings me, or that's actually a very good segue for the next topic I want to talk about. I was thinking about something else to talk about. Then I started thinking about you have your you have your silver stack or your precious metal stack to be prepared for stuff. And yes, you could exit out by taking all this to your LCS, which I have no intent to doing that. But what I don't like doing, which I've done a couple of times, which really got under my skin, but I had to do it. I actually had to sell some bullion, silver, and I actually did end up selling a piece of gold within the last 6 months, which really sucked. At one time, I had 4 ounces of gold, so I got this buffalo. I got this buffalo when I traded in 77 ounces for silver for this buffalo proof. Yeah, it's actually a proof of 2000. It's actually a 2008 buffalo proof. I traded in 77 ounces for this guy here. Now, mind you, when I was acquiring the silver at the time, I was just doing generic rounds and bars. I just started getting into it, and then I came to the realization that I want a piece of gold. So when that was about the same time that the premium started to go up on the silver as well. So when I acquired all those rounds and bars, first starting out, the GSR, the gold to silver ratio, was like 100 to 1. So I was buying silver when GSR was 101. When I did the trade for gold, it was 77 to 1. So I think I made out pretty good. On that deal. And it didn't cost any extra fiat. It was an even trade silver for gold. I know a lot of people say that's almost impossible to happen, but it occurred for me, so I can't complain there. But when I did have, last year I did have 4 ounces of gold. I had the Buffalo, the Britannia, the ASC, and I had a 1 ounce gold bar from the Pamp Swiss 1 ounce gold bar. And it drove me nuts, but I had to have money for life, and I ended up having to sell that 1 ounce gold bar back to the LCS. I also had I also had a tube of American Silver Eagles and a tube of Kangaroos, I believe it was, and half a tube of Maples. I ended up selling those within the last 6 months or so. I ended up selling that stuff too. I hated doing that, but life happened. But from the lessons learned closet, I learned that it's better to exit out, or it's better to sell some of this rather than doing something silly like getting a payday loan out or taking another loan out to a bank, or, something like that, which, your traditional way of financing, right? It was better for me to sell some of my stack rather than to do something like that, which I would have in a heartbeat prior to stacking. And it killed me to do it. It really did, but I'm glad and I'm fortunate that I have this as the exit for life, because life happens. Case in point, I got COVID, and I know my paycheck, that my next paycheck's probably going to be very light, if even existent. I don't know. Hopefully, there's not much of a disruption. I know Mrs. Hoosier's paycheck got disrupted. Her last paycheck was only $120. So we are seeing the financial effects of COVID starting this past Tuesday. So my next check's going to be light, if not non-existent. So it's going to be situations like that where you're going to be quite fortunate to be able to go to this in order to survive life. However, I have learned you need a buffer. You need a buffer. You need something between life and your precious metals. So I keep a cash reserve now. I keep a cash reserve now because I don't want life to touch this stuff ever again. I don't want life to touch my stack ever again, unless it's an absolute situation where I need to. This stuff here, yes, it is cash and fiat. However, it is still practical for saving. And this stuff here, perfect case, you know. I got my stack here being protected or being buffered by my fiat here for life. You know, short paycheck thanks to COVID. An unexpected expense. This is going to protect this stuff here is going to protect my precious metals. And that's something I've learned just within the last 6 months. Exactly, JM. Cash reserve is very important. Now I call my cash reserve BYOB&T. So be your own bank and trust no one. I am trying to my best to take as much money or take my money out of the standard banking industry accounts and keeping it in cash for my reserve. So this stuff here is my buffer between this stuff back here in the back behind the cash and life. And like I said, I don't want to say hate. Hate's an extremely powerful word. I was extremely displeased with touching this stuff for paying for life within the last 6 months. Again, I had to sell a piece of gold. I had to sell an ounce, or I had to sell a tube of Eagles. I had to sell a tube of kangaroos, and I had to sell half a tube of maples and a piece of gold for life. And it absolutely tore me up. But the alternate method would have been 10 times worse, you know, going to the bank, taking out payday loan, things like that. So I'm quite fortunate that I had this, but then I learned after that I need this to protect that from life. So that was a great segue from talking about why we need silver. Hey, Yankee Stacking, good to see you, my friend. Welcome to the show. This is right up your alley, talking about why we do what we do. So I am doing a little bit for this evening. I am doing just a little bit of just talking about why we stack. And I guess really, if you think about it, anytime I come up, it's always, why do we stack? I mean, I don't always say that as the topic, but if you think about it, we always talk about the reasons why we do it. It may just be just a conversation that we start talking about something, and then the conversation always reverts back to, why do we stack? And I stack because I want to be prepared. And as I said earlier, this stuff here, the grimy, dirty stuff HVAC would love to be able to get hold of and make them all pretty and shiny. This stuff here is going to allow me to survive during an event. And that is the primary purpose for stacking, is to be prepared. One of the reasons is to be prepared. But stacking precious metals allows you to be prepared from a financial perspective during an event. Silver is going to allow you to live and survive during an event. Gold is going to allow you to rebuild after an event. That's my stance on it. Now, again, as I said earlier, worst case scenario, if you need to make a very large acquirement of something during an event, this may be the way to go. But for a day-to-day life survival, your constitutional silver is where it's at. And then you use your gold to rebuild after the event, or worst case scenario, you use your gold during an event in order to acquire a very significant purchase of something or barter of something. So that is where I'm at there. But you also learn, I've also learned in the last 6 months that, you don't want to touch your stack for life. You don't want life to get in the way. You don't want life touching your stack, and it did for me within the last 6 months. So I learned within the last 6 months to maintain fiat, maintain cash in a reserve that I call BYOB&T, be your own bank and trust, in order to protect my precious metals from life. So that's what this is all about, and that's how I stack. And it feels good. It feels good that I can do this. It feels good that I have some protection. And well, again, case in point, I got COVID, took me out for a couple of weeks, and I think it's going to impact my paycheck for a little bit. This stuff right here is going to protect this stuff back here from whatever comes out of having a short paycheck. Plain and simple. Now, worst case scenario, yes, this is still accessible to me. I have my constitutional. I have my gold, and I have my silver bullion down and safe. But that is the last resort avenue when it comes to having to handle life. So hopefully it doesn't come to that. Hopefully I don't see a disruption financially. If there is a disruption, hopefully my cash will be the buffer, and I won't have to touch my precious metals. That's the game plan. And a year and a half ago, I would never have been able to do this. And it's everyone out here in the community that has allowed me to learn and grow and prosper in a precious metal life. To say, and that I have learned that these are the things that you need to do to protect yourself and not depend on your traditional financial institutions. Take care of yourself, be your own bank, and well, think of yourself. Be selfish for once in your life. Be selfish. Be selfish for once in your life, and think about yourself. Think about yourself. Think about your family. Think about what you need to survive, because no one else is going to be out there thinking about that. They're going to be thinking about themselves. So take care of yourself, and and you'll be fine. Oh, hey, Caroline, Chris, good to see you. Sorry, didn't see the people coming into the chat on my soapbox about why I stack. Oh yeah, I mean, it did stink, Yankee, that I had to touch or tap into my precious metals, but that was a much better alternative than tapping into a payday loan or another type of loan from a institution that would charge like 30% interest or something stupid like that. Oh, so that I gotta say that again, a year and a half ago I would have done that. I'm so glad I don't have to. All right. So there's where I stand now. I'm just going to leave that out for now because I'm not going to leave this out. I'm not going to leave that out. That stuff there can go back to the cash balance. I'll leave this out. So since I mentioned COVID a couple times, I'm going to talk about that. For anyone that's not been on the show for the last couple of weeks or seen the video, Mrs. Hoosier and I did contract COVID-19 a couple weeks ago. We're pretty sure we got it from, well, we're not going to say exactly where, but we're pretty sure where we got it from. But we didn't start getting the symptoms of the bug until, oops, someone's calling. Hang on a second here. Wasn't expecting that. Oh, okay, we can go this route. Hey, HVAC. Yeah. Hello, HVAC. Oh, I don't hear him. Oh, there you are. I can hear you now. Helps put my headphones on. Oh yeah? Not sure. I'm not sure why. Huh. You're on live, by the way. Okay, just making sure. Yeah, HVAC dialed my phone, so he's on the phone like people do for Yankee when they dial into Yankees line into the Yankee liner. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that HVAC because I've been putting that link out and supposedly it's working. What's it say when you try it? Huh. All right. Well, I figure it was something. I figure something was going on. Figure something was going on because you guys normally come in. Yeah, actually, you know what? They can't hear you. HVAC. I'm not sure why. Eh, yeah, Terry. I see Terry wants to wants to borrow a couple $100. We'll see. I don't know. Well, let me see if I can here. Hang on a second here. Yeah, I know. Do not understand why you're not able to come in. I don't know. Well, since I'm actually live, I don't think I can actually change the link to dial in. See, I don't. That's the same link. It probably isn't going to work. Well, I don't understand. I don't understand. Yeah, that's where the try saying something now, HVAC. Nope, you're not there. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. Um have no idea. Doesn't look like it. Let me try one more thing here before I give up. Desktop audio monitor output. Let's try that. Go ahead and say something, HVAC.
Hello, hello.
Here you are. You're very light, but you're there.
Oh, well, you probably hear me on my phone. Is that better?
How's that? Can you guys hear HVAC now on my phone?
Nobody's saying nothing.
Now everyone's talking about the cookies. See what you started?
Yeah, I got lemon cookies and sugar cookies. I got sugar cookies for Love and Barbara.
All right, they can hear you now.
Okay, yep, still says. Okay.
Hello, HVAC. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are y'all today? I don't know if you're hearing me on my. I guess you're hearing me on my phone.
Yeah. I don't see on the Melon app. I don't understand why the link's not working.
Yeah, Barbara says my volume is very low. I don't know if. Ah, Terry muted me. I don't know. I don't know if you can turn up my volume on your end or not.
Let me try one thing here. Let me try
Oh,
one.
I got a whole bucket.
Let me try one thing here.
I got some store-bought lemon cookies and cream filled. and 4 gallons of cashews and my coffee. That's proof I got coffee. Cookies. Yeah, Teo Man says that my volume's terrible.
Yeah, it is. It is quite low, and I'm not sure how to turn it up. I got everything turned up here as best I can.
Okay, well, my mouth is like right on the phone. Oh, yeah. Yeah, love button. Gotta have the clean field. Without a doubt.
So did you? So since we don't have any video, I mean, you can still talk about your pickup. I know you said you had some stuff to show off.
Oh, yeah.
Can't really show them off, and you talk about them.
We can't do show and tell. We can just do tell. I went to my pawn shop yesterday, and he just kind of handed them to me. He counted them out and showed me what he had. And when I got home, well, I'm home, so let me open them up, pour them out. And what have we got? We have got us a 1880 Morgan. And we've got a 1992 peace dollar. And we got another 1992 peace dollar. And once again, another what did I say, 1992? How about 1922? Wow. That would be something. Now, I have a shiny 1922 piece dollar, but it's got some junk on the back. I don't know what it is. Like somebody put some glue on it or something. It's really won't come off. Kind of flaky, but I don't know what in the world that is.
All right.
It's a shiny one. And there's a 1923. Let's mix it up a little bit. These are all piece dollars. Another 23. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quarters. And there's a Mercury dime. And a Rosie, and another Merc, and another Merc, and another Rosie, another Merc, another Merc.
I cranked him up, Mateo, man. I got the volume turned up as best as I can on it.
Yep.
They can hear you it's okay. I guess it's okay now.
Okay. They can turn their volume up.
Crank it up. Crank it up.
Crank it up. Crank it up.
One more time here.
Got it all at Silver Spot.
Oh, now I'm clipping.
Even on the piece and the Morgans.
How's that, everybody? Can you hear HVAC okay now?
How is that?
Love's like, can you turn it back down now? You are clipping. Hang on. All right, keep going.
So yeah, it ended up being 7.75 ounces of silver for spot. It was 181 bucks. And
how many ounces did you say?
7 3/4 ounces.
Okay.
Yeah. Enjoyed that. I was just thinking about him and riding down the road heading home, and he called me. I was like, wow, deja vu. So I pulled in and got me some fractionals. That's all he had. I bought him out. He didn't have a whole lot this go around, but I didn't have a whole lot in my wallet, so that worked. So from there, I went down to Tractor Supply and picked up a brand new, and you'll be proud of me, a brand new LP tank, and got it filled up.
Were you able to find them? Didn't you say that you've been having a hard time finding tanks?
Yeah. My Ace Hardware was out a week or so ago, but they got a fresh shipment in as well.
And this is just the tanks themselves, right?
Just the tanks, yeah. They didn't have any. They got a bunch of them now, but yeah, we hit Tractor Supply and they hooked me up, and we just got a 2-burner Coleman stove just arrived through Amazon or somebody yesterday. And I bought me a hose at Tractor Supply that I can hook up to my 20-pound LP tank instead of having to use the 1-pound tanks. So yeah, my wife is the food prepper. I call it nesting. Serious nesting.
Nesting.
I don't think we'll go hungry as long as she keeps purchasing. She's doing a fabulous job.
Yeah.
She's vacuuming salt. She's bought salt, and Mylar bags and vacuum sealing those. And
now, are you just like, or is she just using like a shop vac or something like that to suck the air out, or are you using oxygen absorbers, or how you doing that?
Yeah, no, not in the salt. I don't think she learned you don't use oxygen absorbers in salt or sugar, apparently. But yeah, she's got a bunch of oxygen absorbers. Just a seal-a-meal kind of vacuum thing that you can get most anywhere. But she's using the Mylar bags.
I've been watching a lot of prep channels on food prepping channels like that, and yeah, I don't necessarily think the Mylar would be real expensive, but they're always talking about. I think it could be, depending on how much you have to partition out. But everyone's talking about the usage of oxygen absorbers, and those things are expensive.
Well, they're little bitty things. Donald gets gas from frijoles. Holy frijoles.
Yeah, well, we get
Terry. We'll have to go down to the basement, okay? One day when you get unshy, we'll go to the basement.
Now, I picked up. Well, you and I have talked along with Still in the backstage. So, for anyone out here, that is in this community, it's not always about precious metals, and I'm not an expert at all when it comes to the prepping side of things, but I do know it's not just about the precious metals. And when I started down my journey for stacking, I also started my prepping journey as well. So we do maintain about 6 months supply of food, and it's a living pantry, so it rotates in and out. But we do maintain about 6 months supply. And the one thing that we did many years ago, long before stacking, many years ago, we used to camp about once or twice a year. We used to camp, and we bought all the necessary equipment to camp with. And I've learned since then that in the worst case scenario, if things go sideways, we can use our camping equipment to live, be it a bug in or a bug out situation. So I actually have a full arsenal, I guess, of LP equipment that I have acquired over years during camping to live for. Normally we would do like a Labor Day weekend and a Memorial Day weekend, so a 3-day or sometimes a 4-day weekend, and we would pack up all of our camping stuff and go out to somewhere and just live off of it for 3 or 4 days. And it was nice just to get out, and the biggest reason why we did it, especially back then, was for our kids, just to get the kids away from the house, get ourselves away from the house, get ourselves away from life. We used to go to, in Indiana, it's we always go to the Brown County State Park, which is a huge natural forest preserve that is part of the Hoosier National Forest. And Brown County State Park is, I can't remember how many acres it is, but anyway, the campground is deep into the state park. So deep that we go as far back into the campsite as we can, and we don't come out there for 4 or 5 days, because to get from the deep side of the campground to the highway, which was a couple miles away from the nearest town of Nashville, Indiana, it took you 20 minutes to get out of the campsite. Just to get from the campsite to the campground entrance was about 10 minutes. And then about another 10 to 15 minutes just to get through the park in order to get to the highway, to get to the nearest town, which was only, couple miles away, and the town only consists of maybe a couple thousand people. Very back, not back was it woodsy, but very isolated. But we always, once or twice a year, we used to pack up all of our camping stuff and go camping. And I have actually adapted that equipment into my prep. So, I maintain about 20 pound LP tanks, and all the equipment is ready to go should we need it in order to cook with, to light our house with, to keep warm with. I mean, we have all the equipment, not realizing that 20 years, 30 years ago, that when we were camping regularly, that we were also building an actual prep for today's environment. So that was interesting. So HVAC, have you done any camping or live camping, or do you have a lot of equipment, or what?
No, I don't have anything. I did when my kids were little. We had all the big tents and all the stuff, but they're in their mid to upper 20s, and all that stuff is gone. So our 2-burner Coleman stove is our newest acquisition. And my wife is not going in a tent. I mean, she said we can rent an RV, and she might go.
Mm-hmm.
If it's got dual air conditioning, front and back. So, she doesn't want just a regular one. She wants the big one that you park next to the ocean. That's her style of roughing it.
That's called a glamping, right? Instead of camping, glamping.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
We always love, especially when the kids were much younger, we always loved the idea of just getting out away from everything for 3 or 4 or 5 days, just to do it. So we always made sure we were prepared for that short period, and we always had our stuff, and we ended up with so much stuff from the camping perspective that whenever we do go camping, we end up having to get a U-Haul, a little short U-Haul trailer.
Oh my Lord!
in order to haul everything, because we just have that much stuff. So a little extreme, but we have a very large tent. We have all sorts of equipment, and it's just stuff that in a bug out situation, should that come to pass, we're prepared for something like that. And it was never something that I did back then, to buy all this stuff thinking, okay, I gotta have a bug out. I gotta have a bug out bag or whatever. Wasn't even thinking about that. It was just the idea of getting us away from the house and then getting us away from people for a few days, just to reset our brain out in the middle of a forest. And now it's like, one of the benefits of doing that was now we have we have an additional prep that I didn't think about at the time was a prep. So we have our precious metals here for a prep. We have our 6 months worth of food as a prep. We have the ability to bug out or bug in with, if we lose heat or lose electricity, we have the ability to maintain somewhat of a lifestyle with our camping equipment. Now, with the one thing I do not have, which I mean, I do have some water, but not nearly as much. That's next thing on my list, is get some more water. But the one thing I really want to get into is power. But I want to go with solar, but solar is so expensive that it's going to take a while to acquire solar equipment to maintain that. I mean, you can go with gas and LP generators, but you have to have the fuel, and they make noise, and a lot of times, from what I read, whenever you're in a situation that things are going sideways, you don't want to be heard. If your generator is running, you're going to be noticed, especially when all the lights are out and all the power is out. You're going to be noticed.
Yeah. Well, I went and bought a 5,000 watt generator a couple of weeks ago, and we got a pretty heavy, very tall, secured, fenced-in backyard. No, I am not homeless, Terry. I don't live under a bridge in a van down by the river. Sometimes I wish I had done that, though. God knows I did live that lifestyle for a while. Kinda. Wanted to, anyway.
Living like a hippie?
But, Yeah, yeah. Had a perm and down to my shoulders and all that neat stuff. But
I
yeah.
could see it with a headband and some really long hair and some beads around your neck.
Oh my Lord, no. I wasn't a hippie. It was about down to my shoulders, maybe. It was a fluffy, what do they call them hairdos?
Rose-colored glasses.
Yeah.
And of course, if you live in Colorado, then you have all sorts to libations there legally.
Hmm. What's the hairdo? All business in front and party in the back. What do they call that?
Yeah, something like that. In a van
Georgia
down by the
pecan.
river.
Mateo, man, yeah, man. I'm in Georgia, but man, there's pecan farms all over the place around here where I live. Or there used to be back in the day. This was huge pecan area. But
Summertime might be a little
squirrel,
uncomfortable in the living in
squirrel.
a van.
Well, oh, flower power. There you go. Thank you, Barbara.
Yeah, living in a van in summertime might be a
Um,
little uncomfortable, but it might be a little uncomfortable
a
in the middle
mullet.
of, in the dead of winter, but not in Georgia. Doesn't get that cold down
Yeah.
there.
Oh Lord, yeah. Thanks, Dillon. Yeah, mullet. Oh, it does.
Well,
We for us, we'll hit the teens. It'll get 19, 18 maybe, and we have sometimes maybe every other winter we may stay in the 20s for a week during the day.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, it does get pretty
Right.
cold for
Yeah.
here.
Well, say the thing is though, with a van, say you could open up the side door, light a fire outside the side door, and allow the radiant heat to come into the van. See, that's how you stay warm in the
I
wintertime.
love that. My Lord, you are so wrong.
uh,
That's the way to drive a van, right, love?
I tell you what, I would love to the opportunity to, I learned Mrs. Hoosier and I, or the family for the four of us, we learned many years ago that we are quite low maintenance. So, I used to look at the big Class A RVs and like, yeah, I can't afford $250,000 for an RV, but don't need anything like that. And then I started looking at Class C's, but then I thought, man, it'd be nice to have a Class C RV. But the problem is, my current life, I don't have the opportunity to go on vacation where I can just get into an RV and just drive. And I'd be afraid it'd be a waste of money having an RV.
Yeah.
I think a van might be a little too small, but it'd be great to have like I don't know, a 20 footer type of vehicle to where you have the things that you need to live inside, and it's small enough where you can get around. You don't have to have a separate vehicle to pull behind your RV to have a vehicle to get around. But to be able to get around with a small RV would be nice, because when we were on our road trip before COVID, we kept seeing these Mercedes Benz RVs that were like, they were a Class C, but they were just a slightly larger than a Class B, which is like a built out econovan size vehicle.
Yeah.
And I thought that would be a perfect size. It's just big enough for the two of us and our Chihuahua. I guess we gotta take our Chihuahua when we do on road trips. But
Yeah, you don't make up most space, does it?
stuff him in the glove box.
Mm-hmm.
But we
Not much
did, the
lockers.
two of us in the Chihuahua and inside a very small Class C, small enough to where we can have decent accommodations. Because again, we're low maintenance anyway, so we'd be fine with it. And then, but it'd still be small enough to where we could drive it around like an everyday vehicle. So we're not having to have the extra expense of having a separate vehicle just to pull around. So
Mm-hmm. I got cousins down in Florida, and they rent. They go to U-Haul and they rent one, as big as they can get, and they take off for a month or whatever, And that way they don't have to buy the thing, no insurance. They just rent it and bring it back and they're done.
Yeah.
No maintenance. It's like, man, that's the way to do it. If you're going to get out once or twice a year and just take off and do that, that would be the way to go, in my opinion. I mean, and they're nice. I mean, almost like 2 bedrooms. They got a little small master, and then, of course, the kitchen folds out to some beds, and they got some bunk beds up over the cab kind of deal. And but yeah, I mean,
I can guarantee
that.
I can guarantee that over a cab would turn into storage. No bunk beds there. Now the beds would be there, but they'd just be crammed with a bunch of other stuff on top of the mattress.
Yeah. Yeah, my buddy, he got a pull behind. It's not quite big enough to be a 5th wheel. It's probably just under whatever a 5th wheel camper would be. It's got 2 air conditioners on it, so it's pretty good size. And actually, he and I are supposed to take off and go camping next weekend, not this coming up this weekend. I got to work Saturday, Sunday. We're supposed to take off and go up to the North Georgia mountains and go camping on the trout stream for a couple of days.
This weekend?
Next weekend.
Next weekend. I was going to say this weekend might be a little cool.
I heard that in your voice. What?
It's supposed to. We got down to the mid-20s last night. So.
Oh wow!
Our growing season is now over.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to warm up a little bit more. Not this weekend, but next weekend.
Yeah, I think we were 41 this morning, if I remember right. Rainy, drizzly. It's nasty drizzly all day.
Hey, Ryan, good to see you. Just saw your question here. So there are all sorts of opportunities to buy junk silver at good deals. However, I don't have access to them because I'm not that versed with them. I get my constitutional from my LCS. Now, of course, I don't know exactly how much of a premium there is because I buy small enough quantities of constitutional each pass that I don't pay attention to the premiums. But a lot of people love going to your online opportunities and your eBays and whatever else is out there on the internet to get constitutional. But of course, you're always doing that. When you're doing that, you're always introducing the risk of getting scammed, things like that. So you always have to take that into mind. But if you're looking for some, for me anyway, brick and mortar, I always go to my LCS. A lot of people talk about pawn shops for good deals, but I've been told that ends up being your sterling silver. So I'm not familiar with sterling to say yay or nay on that. So pawn shops and LCSs would be where I would go. Now then you get someone who someone like Tupac Coin Roll Hunter that goes to yard sales and he inquires about if that person is doing a yard sale, if they are offering up silver, either in the yard sale or maybe after the yard sale. So he's gotten some really good deals going to yard sales, and he pays the person who's selling it. He pays that person fairly too. So he's not taking advantage of the fact that they don't know what they have. No, he does treat them right. So, but yeah, he goes to yard sales a lot. He's had some really good deals there. So for me, my LCS is my constitutional place. Now you can always go to the big box online stores to get your constitutional, but I don't know what their premiums would be in comparison to say my LCS. But it seems like my LCS, my coin shop here locally, does a pretty good decent premium, and so it doesn't kill me, I guess, to pay that premium for his services, considering that I buy in small amounts. And that's the key thing when it comes to doing what we do here is you buy within your budget. You buy when you can. And you do it consistently, but you always want to buy within your budget. Don't overexceed or don't overextend yourself because you see something online about prices are coming down, and you don't want to get bitten by the fear of missing out. So you always want to, as a stacker, and I should precursor this by saying as a stacker, because your collectors out there have a different mindset. But as a stacker, for me, 95% stacker here, it's always about buying consistently, buying slowly, and always buying under your budget. So so
Exactly.
you're making headway, even though you may not make big leaps. It sort of reminds you of the old tortoise and the hare fable, right? The tortoise will win in the long run because he's consistently, persistently doing what he's doing to achieve his goal. You don't have to go through leaps and bounds and get complacent and lazy along the way. If you can do it slowly, consistently, and on budget, it will build and you don't even think about it. And then the next thing you know, you got this, and you're like, wow. And then like this is only about 10 months worth of stacking constitutional, and the majority of it is from my LCS. Now HVAC, he's got so many other options in his neck of the woods. HVAC.
Yeah, that's. I was going to ask. Who are we talking to? Ryan.
Ryan L. Yeah.
Ryan, how many LCSs do you have in your area, and how far do you have to drive?
Yeah, you have you have a formula.
I'm in the Atlanta area. Yeah, I'm in the Atlanta area, so I've got tons and tons of. I say tons. I've got 4 that I go to, 1 pawn shop, 2 that I refuse to go to, and some couple others I just haven't explored yet because they're maybe an hour away. All my others are within 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 45 minutes.
Isn't like an hour away like your local neighborhood?
Well, yeah.
Around Georgia,
around
Atlanta.
It takes me. Yeah. Just because of traffic lights. I mean, I look on when I have to go to a call. Oh, you're in North Georgia. Well, doggone. What part of North Georgia? I know there's one in Clarksville. He works out of a trailer just down the street from the Ace Hardware as you're heading towards Cleveland. I think you have to call him up and he'll open up. I haven't been there. I just saw it there last year when I was riding around with my buddy.
And hello, Savage Stacker. Good to see you. Welcome. Yep, the whole game is here tonight, including Yankee. Good to see you. Again, Yankee. Nice to see you. All sorts of people.
No, I did not, Barbara. I got more. How far? You said North Georgia. You like Cornelia to the west or to the east? You up 75 or heading up towards Helen and all that mess? You up in Blue Ridge?
All right. Donald in New Mexico has made it official. HVAC, you are a peach.
Oh, a peach of a guy. A peach of a guy. Well, I don't know if that's good. But anyway. Oh yeah, I remember, right? I sent you an email or something. We were supposed to hook up and do. Oh, you're in Woodstock. Okay, very good. Hadn't found anything up in the Woodstock Roswell area. There is one on Roswell Road. Oh, you work in Marietta? Okay. Miss Southern Belle lives up in your way. I'm sure she knows where there's some LCSs up there. But yeah, I mean, they're just all over the place. You know, once you get in towards the perimeter and get down towards the big hotels and all that, your prices are really going to go up for sure.
Well, they probably tailor to the tourist, I would imagine, or the ones people passing through. You know.
Now there's big money. that North Atlanta area, Marietta, and that whole top end of Atlanta. That's where all your baseball players live, and the $1 million homes. And yeah, I popped into one. They didn't have anything but slabs. It's like, you got any like standard rounds? It's like, no, we don't deal with that. You don't have any 1 ounce bars? Nope, we don't deal with that. I mean, just super high premium. And they make a living at it. Some of you have to even have a stinking appointment to get in there.
Yeah.
Like, well, when can I come in? It's like, well, it looks like.
Sounds like something similar. Sounds like a bank. Sounds like a bank
next
to me.
week. Yeah.
Sounds like
how about next week?
Let me schedule in. Let me pencil in for 3 p.m. next Monday. It's like, yeah, I have to work and make a living too.
Yeah.
It's like Heather has in here. The LCS over week was closed for it looks like almost 2 weeks. It's like, must be nice to be able to have hours that are convenient for him. It's like, come on, if you're serving customers, come on, you should have a little bit more dedication to your customers. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yeah, Ryan, we'll have to hook up. I got one LCS, which is down by Peachtree DeKalb Airport. Andre, he actually sponsored one of our giveaways.
Yeah, yes, he did.
And great prices.
Lexington, what was that site? Lexington. AlexLexington.com. Yeah, check him out.
Yeah. Yep, he would probably be the closest to you for the ones that I know. And if you're looking for constitutional, definitely call him ahead, because sometimes he's got it, sometimes he doesn't, but he's always got bars and generic rounds. And
I put the link in the chat there, Ryan, if you want to check him out later. AlexLexington.com.
Yeah. There you go.
And for that matter, anyone in the northern Georgia area, check him out. Or he's got online presence. You can always go online too.
Ryan, I do not delete my mails. Did you not send me we emailed back and forth a month or so ago, didn't we? I still got it. We'll have to hook up. I was actually thinking about that the other day. It's like, who in the world was that I was going to hook up with and go do lunch? But yeah, every once in a while I have a Friday off. If you're available, and do Friday. Alex Lexington is not open on Saturdays. Got a guy in Peachtree Corners area, 285 Peachtree Industrial, head north about 4 or 5 miles. He's open Saturday and Sunday. Really nice guy. Oh, good. You have my phone number. Perfect. Just give me a buzz, but not during the stream, please. Yeah, we'll definitely hook up and go purchase some. I just made some purchases here, so it may be a week or so before I do it again. But anyway, yeah, back to where can you buy. You really got to watch out. I was on my way home yesterday from north of where I normally work. I was up around Lake Lanier and called some pawn shops. It was like, I said, you got any 90% constitutional? I said, oh, yeah. Come on by. It's like, well, what do you got? It says, you got some dimes and some halves, and didn't have any quarters. I said, well, what are you getting? He says, 50 cents over spot. It's like, hell yeah. I'm on my way. Well, I get there. He's 50 cents over spot per coin.
Oh.
On the melt value. He was wanting 24 times face. It was like, that's it, sir. I said, I refuse to do that.
I'm going to say, you got your guy for constitutional deals.
Yeah. Hot man. But I still go see my other LCSs and buy from them. You always, if you find one or two you like, keep in touch with them, drop in every once in a blue moon, even if you just go and buy $1 face value, which is 1 ounce. they'll get to know that, hey, you're the dollar face value guy. Come on in.
Yeah, I mean, it's just part of establishing that relationship.
That's what it's all about. Yeah.
Want to establish that
And because
relationship because the more that you frequent, the more higher the chances of you getting better deals.
and two of my LCSs have gave free contributions to the bingo games.
This is true. Your AlexLexington.com, your Braxton Engineering,
Yep.
and
Auctions.
and who was the third one?
Just the two.
Oh yeah, Braxton. He did. He donated the 911 a commemorative coin.
Yeah.
In two halves. And then Alex
Mm-hmm.
Lexington or Andre, he donated a couple foreign coins, and what was the other thing he donated?
I think it was a panda, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a panda. That's right. Yeah.
And yeah, that went out to Dreadpool. Got that, and I've had those. I mailed those things out October 16th, and they have not done anything. I actually talked to the postmaster today.
I was going to say, have you talked to him about why they're still there in town?
Well, now I see why the post office is so in trouble. I went and I put the special, paid for the special, don't run it through the machine. Price was another $2 or whatever. So I sent the package to you, Hoosier, for the box.
Right.
Dreadpool, and I'd have to look and see. I forgot. It's been almost a month now, but no movement. You know, I've been tracking them. No movement. Anyway, I finally got in touch with the postmaster here in my town in Loganville. It's like, yep, I see where we received it and we scanned it. I said, okay, so where is it? Well, it's probably in Atlanta, in the sorting. It goes to Atlanta, and then it gets sorted by zip codes in Atlanta. I said, well, you can't confirm that Atlanta receives it? It's like, no, they're like an extension of Loganville or all the post offices around. So when Atlanta gets it, they don't scan it. It gets scanned when it hits your city.
Okay, so it could be in the works for weeks, months.
Yeah. So they have no idea.
Once the local post office receives it, they scan in as received. That's it. You don't see it anymore until it shows up as destination
until
PO.
It shows up at your post office, yes. And then the next time would be, I guess, when it hits your mailbox.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah. Especially what we do. I mean, come on, you want to be able to track where your stuff's going.
Yeah, but
you
got the insurance on it.
Yeah, I mean,
well, is that going to make a difference? Is it going to get there any sooner or any later? It's like, no, but if it doesn't show up, then we'll pay you. It's like, but that doesn't make sense. Why would I pay more for special treatment when you don't get special treatment? I told him I should have, 3 packages. I said I should have put a $10,000 insurance policy on them things.
There you go.
Yeah. She didn't like that comment at all. Yeah, that was I guess that's a nationwide thing. I figured your post office scanned it, it's here. Okay, when it hits the distribution, they scanned it, received. And then I thought they would scan it. Okay, it's on the truck heading towards Indiana. Indiana receives it, and then it hits your PO. That's how I thought it would get scanned, but no.
There's what we
go to your next.
There's what we need to do. We need to start a stacking community carrier service to move our own shinies around.
Well, there was one that's wasn't that what Wells Fargo was at one time?
Yeah. That's true.
They carried the gold and silver, and they got robbed so many times. Yep. And they got robbed so many times, and then here comes the dollar bill. Thank you very much. And look at where it got us. So that was the demise of our money system, was this coach wagon getting robbed. So that was terrible. Anyway, that's my rant about the post office. Sorry, people, but hopefully you learned something. Insure whatever you
Well,
send out.
if you go to Silver Steeler's channel, he's got all sorts of rants on his channel about the post office. To this day, he's still dealing with something that he shipped out months ago. Ridiculous. And then here's the funny thing. I shipped out to Nick Moeller, some stuff to Nick, and I believe he lives up in British Columbia. So I used the international forever stamp, shipped that out to him, expecting it to take forever to get there. He got it in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But then there's you to me, 300 miles away. You would think a couple of days. Nope.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to use UPS.
Yeah, but then their prices are silly.
Well,
But
I've got 5 ounces of silver floating around there somewhere. I don't know where it's at.
that's true. I think UPS they normally start off around $15. I think.
Yeah, I guess about what I paid to ship all 3 out. They were like $5 a piece because I did the do not bend and do not run through the machine, which maybe that's what's taking so long.
Well, see, another disadvantage, and I learned this the hard way. I shipped off to Yankee a Louisville Slugger gift bat because the Louisville Slugger Museum is right across the river here, and that's where they produce all the Louisville Slugger bats. And they have a gift shop, and you can actually buy a small 18-inch or exactly the size now, but it's a small bat.
Yeah.
And I gifted it to him, and I shipped it through UPS to his PO box. And UPS doesn't like PO boxes. Even though they say they will ship to a PO box, that is fully contingent on the steps between you and the final destination, because the UPS store, or the UPS store here that I went to, which is a true UPS store, accepted the package to a PO box, and it started going through the system. It gets to about somewhere near Manchester, New Hampshire. I can't remember where exactly. It gets almost to the destination, and someone along the way said, "Nope, we don't send to we don't send the PO boxes," and they shipped it back to me. And I ended up paying the cost of it being shipped back to me, in addition to the cost of shipping it to him originally. That ticked me off. So because of the fact but if you go to and they'll even though the Postal Service does promote the fact that they do allow partial deliveries, if the partial carrier doesn't play along, it may go through, you may not go through. I actually sent something UPS to someone else to a PO box, and it went through. But the bat I sent to Yankee, it got about halfway through the process, and they turned around and returned it back to me, saying, "Oh, we can't deliver to a PO box." So that's something to consider if you're going to start using UPS. Be mindful that they don't like shipping PO boxes. Not saying that they won't receive it or they won't process it, because they did for me on one occasion, but another occasion they did not. So I think a lot of it depends on who's working what shift or what position when the package goes through, and they're paying attention. If they're paying attention to the addresses and realizes, oh, that's a PO box, they'll turn around and ship and return back to you. Of course, they turn around and charge you the second time. So
I'm not in front of my monitor. Is anybody in the chat saying any horror stories they've had?
UPS horror stories, or I guess carrier horror stories in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I packaged mine Yankee sent me something. I packaged up just like he did, and I went above and beyond a little bit more, and it was like, okay, there ain't no way this thing's busting out, coming loose. Ain't no way. No rattling, no nothing. So I don't know.
Now that being said, if you ship a package UPS to a PO box, I've been told that if you use the post office's street address followed by your PO box number at the end, UPS will just ship it as to the physical address, no questions asked. But then once it is received at the post office, then it's up to the post office personnel to realize, oh, that goes to this PO box.
All right, we're gonna have to get Yankee or Tupac involved in this. The master shippers.
But honestly, I don't think I know Yankee doesn't use anyone but the postal. He's mentioned that before. Mateo Man had a horror story. Now Mateo Man's in Canada, so how do the rules differ in Canada compared to the U.S.?
Yeah, I just hate it for Dreadful. I know he had an incident a while back. I just hate that it hadn't gotten there. And I keep sending him emails. It's like, here's what's going on. Let him know I'm on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
I send him the tracking number so he can track it. And I touched base with the people today, and they don't know.
Oh, B.R. Williams. Hey, B.R. Good to see you. B.R. Williams says FedEx sucks.
Okay.
I've never used FedEx, so I haven't used FedEx, so don't have any any reference to that.
Well, maybe I just have to start using the U.S. Post Office's box. You know, they get that one box, their bargain box. You can fill it up as much as you want. Maybe that won't get lost like a letter.
Yeah.
Letter size envelope.
I normally ship to the actual most people that reach out to me, like for example, Fleabag, he won that copper bar last week. He sent me his street address, so you know it's going to be a non-issue shipping through the postal service there. But I'm going to start experimenting with people that actually have PO boxes. I'm going to start experimenting a little bit with shipping stuff to their PO box street address with their PO box number referenced on the street address line. I've been told, and you actually can go to the postal service site, and they actually give you those type of instructions that you can actually specify the PO box's mailing address or street address followed by your box number to receive your packages or PO box or to the PO. So that does allow you to use your partial carriers that way. And ones that don't like using the PO box and don't like delivering to the PO box, you just ship it through that way. And then, you know, from the UPS or the FedEx perspective, all they see is a street address with a number at an end. So for all they know, it's an apartment complex. The number at the end is the apartment number, right? So they probably don't know, are none the wiser.
So I guess this is a public service announcement for silver stackers, right? We hadn't gone off on this post office tangent here. This is all about shipping silver and shinies.
Yep. If you can use the postal service, that is the most cost-effective way of doing it. But be mindful that you're going to have to deal with the postal service and the fact that you get what you paid for, more or less. Now, but again, then you have it can vary wildly. I sent off that shiny up to Nick Moeller up in Canada, and he got his package in 3 weeks. I tried to ship something over to Yankee, and it didn't go through. So
yeah, I shipped that 9/11 to Found It Buried up in Canada, and he got it just fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think it took about 3 weeks.
But then you have something like you trying to send something to Dreadpool. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
So
don't they know? Don't they know? Come on.
Yeah. I guess that you get what you pay for.
The post office, will he?
Do what?
Well, that's what ticked me off. I said, Dreadful won't be doing stickers for the post office, will he?
Yeah.
That's something that ticked me off. They asked me if I had insurance on it. What does that matter? What does that matter?
Yeah, they're trying to sell you car insurance for when you rent a car.
Well, I
Rental
mean, are you
insurance.
going to take? Are they going to take extra special care to make sure it gets there if you have insurance? I mean, is that like? I figured that was like next day shipping. They kind of kept an eye on that, but maybe next day with an insurance policy would probably get there. But next day is not next day. That just means it's going to leave this post office the next day.
I'm
And then
watching.
it's
I'm
still
looking
got
at
to go
Mateo
through.
Man's comment here. So he said he just had a horrible story. It was a delivery from the Mint, which of course we all know and love the Mint.
Yeah.
They first lost the packing slip in Louisville, which is right across the river from me. You should just shipped it to me, Mateo.
Yeah. There you go.
uh, hell, I could went over to the terminal over at UPS and picked it up for you. Anyway, so he shipped it. So they lost it in Louisville. Took them 3 calls to the Mint to get it cleared, and then they turned around and tried to and whacked him with a $99 illegal import duty.
Mm.
Days, which took another 4 calls to the UPS to clear out. And that's silly.
Why does it have to be so difficult?
That's all. You know what? I'll just say the same in reference to that comment. I'll say the same thing to you in this community as I say to everyone at work. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever how people do or what they do, how they do it, until you preface that sentence with the words "It's all about," and then it makes
Yeah.
complete sense after that.
Yep. True, true.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, HVAC. I mentioned it. You weren't on. I don't think you were online yet, or at least you were trying to get online. For Silver Stacker Bingo this coming Saturday, I'm doing a bin for this solid bronze collector set. I'm going to be asking $30. Buy it now. I'm doing this. And Mateo, man, you might be interested in this, or anyone for that matter. I'm doing this 1999 Canadian commemorative set, Millennium commemorative collection set. $30 for that. I'm also doing this 2000 Millennium commemorative set, also with the coins are referencing various things in Canada. So we're doing these 3 or buy it nows between our bingo games Saturday night. Every 2 or 3 bingo games, we're going to do a buy it now with these 3 pieces or these 3 items. For anyone that's interested for it, a little bit of preview for that. And then for December 4th, our December Silver Stacker Bingo, I'm doing an auction for this primitive set 1986 and 2021 Type 1 American Silver Eagle 2-coin silver set from the Mint.
Very nice.
So the Mint, the display, the carrying case, all the stuff that makes the coins display nice came from the Mint. The actual coins have a COA from my LCS. So they actually contributed to the actual coins. The Mint provided the display, the carrying case, and all that. So this guy here, I'm going to put up for auction. Not this bingo night here, this coming bingo night, but the one in December. So December 4th. If anyone's interested in, come by December 4th. And anyone interested in winning free stuff on bingo night, or you want to take a chance to buy it now on these 3 guys right here, come by Saturday. Mateo Man's saying that these guys come in sterling silver proofs. Well, I don't know. I do not believe these are sterling. It doesn't say it, so I'm going to say no. I think they're silver coated. I think they're silver coated, but I don't think they're anything more than a layer. So that's what they look like there, Mateo, man. So are they anything? Are they sterling? I'm going to say no. Otherwise, you would think they would advertise the heck out of the fact that they are sterling.
Well, this is interesting. I just pulled the stream up on my big screen TV, and it is not giving me the option to show the chat,
Huh.
which it always does.
That's weird. There's something weird going on tonight because you can't bring up bring up the panel and you can't see the chat. But I got other people that are in the chat. Weird.
Yeah.
That is weird.
I mean, on my computer I can see the chat, of course, but on my TV it won't pull it up. It doesn't give me the option.
So yep, this guy here is going to be a buy it now this coming Saturday.
I like that.
Along with I'll show you the other one. Along with the this other commemorative. So it's
Let me go back over and see the chat. Y'all can't see me. I can eat while I'm doing this, can't I?
That's as far as I can go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. So yeah, we got this 1999 Millennium Canadian commemorative set here, and yeah, I don't see anything about being sterling Mateo, man. So silver plate, I'm sure. And we got this 2000 Canadian Millennium. That's then on top of that, those two items will be buy it now. This coming Saturday. And then I also have this bronze set. Nixon fell out of his pocket again. So I got this silver. I got this. I wish it was silver. I got this bronze set, a Presidential Hall of Fame from Washington up to Nixon, and it comes with a book talking about the history of each of the presidents, and I think it's got a little bit of historical and or sentimental numismatic value, because for Nixon it doesn't show when he left the office, so that tells me that this all was put together prior to his situation. That plus on the box itself or on the display itself, it does show that it was put together in 1960 by the French. So that'll be a buy it now as well. It's coming Saturday.
And if that's going to be a Christmas gift for somebody, you better get that shipped off Monday morning.
That's true. And I put a tracker on it because obviously, you know, we're situations involving losing track of items moving around.
Well, that's the whole thing. You can track anything.
Oh, looking at Mateo's comment in here. Mateo's saying that those were in circulation coins, but they also made them in sterling. So, okay. I didn't realize they were circulated coins, Mateo, man. I didn't think they had denominations on them. Hang on a second. See here, if I can get some focus. So, like this 2000 millennial. Talks about various aspects in Canada. Oh, I don't see the back. I don't want to take them out of their. I don't want to take them out of their display case. See what the reverse
Yeah,
does.
your hands are dirty.
Yeah, my hands are dirty too. Don't have my gloves on. So I'm holding the cardboard But yeah, I can't see the reverse on these guys to see what's on the other side. So, Mateo, man, are you saying these were legal tender? There's no denomination on this side of them.
Let's see. Came with a proof button into the chat. I may not be reading the right thing. I might be reading something into something that I don't have no business being involved in.
Okay.
I guess chat's public knowledge anyway. All right, there's Melon just popped up. Let's see if it'll do it. Joining. Nope, usually pops in right now.
I don't understand.
Can we access you?
I do not know why.
Usually says by now. Usually says, can we access your microphone and camera by now? Not today.
Oh yeah, that's what this one set has.
He says it's 25 cents on the other side.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't realize they were legal tender. Nice.
So
there's like I said, there's that set for 1 bin. And this other set right here. This one here is a coin representing each month of 1999. Like, so, oops, don't fall. Let's see. So starting out June, July. So this set here commemorates each month of 1999.
very nice. I like that. That's cool, Eagle. I like the airplane.
And then
what's he carrying? After stick?
I have no idea.
What's that Eagle? What's that Eagle got?
Let me look. Not sure what that is. Not sure what that is. I don't know. That's a stick or what?
A big old pew pew.
Not sure. Biplane.
It's a Canadian thing. What is that?
Of course, the maple leaf.
Yeah, that's nice.
Well, this guy here doesn't mention a month, so this must be like a set or a keystone type of coin there. Then it starts in January, right there.
He says that's where the U.S. Mint got the idea for doing state quarters. That's from our Canadian neighbors.
Imagine that. Imagine that. Ideas being stolen from another country.
Cool. I like the little kid artwork there.
Yeah, that's cool. Ow.
My buddy of mine's daughter won national artwork for radon. Years ago, the U.S. had some kind of a National Radon Awareness Month or something, and she won. She got to go up and meet the president and
have her picture taken. That's cool. Radon, you said?
Yeah, she made this poster and had this really, you gotta see it. Well, her dad helped her. They did it in Adobe Photoshop.
Yeah.
She's got the skull in the background. Almost looks like something like Dreadpool would make.
Hey, hello, Silver Oceans. Good to see you. Thanks for the information, Mateo, man. So I guess anyone that's interested to buy these now, Saturday, this coming Saturday at 6 p.m., we'll do some buy it nows between 2 or 3. We'll do like 2 or 3 bingo games, and then we'll do a buy it now. on these three
Hey, Silver
items
Ocean.
here. So come on by if you guys want a chance to buy these three items. $30 each. This 1999 commemorative Canada, this 2000 commemorative from Canada, and this Presidential Hall of Fame bronze coin set.
Silver Oceans, I really like your videos. If all y'all in the chat are not subscribed to Silver Oceans, you really are missing out.
Yeah, Oceans has some great information.
Yeah, he
Good
does.
content.
I like his stuff.
Good content, and it's entertaining too.
So, can you put his channel in the chat just in case
I can do.
just in case there's somebody
I can do.
who gets hooked up. We got what, 12 in the chat? Maybe you can get 12 more. Well, hopefully everybody here is subscribed to you. Hopefully. You're definitely one of the big players in my book.
Yeah. Now, Silver Oceans currently has 8,560.
Wow. Good job.
Congratulations on that, Silver. And the link to his channel is right there. So everyone, go check him out. Show him some love if you haven't already done so, and tell him that we sent you. Well, he knows that because we're talking about him. But yep, show some love. Always a good. Like I said, he's got really. There's of everyone that's out here in the stacking community that I subscribe to. I probably have nearly 1,000 channels that I subscribe to. It sort of reminds me of the old cable days, or even today with the current situation with satellite and cable services. You can have like 1,000 channels, but you only really pay attention to about 15 to 20 of them.
Yeah.
That sort of falls in line with the stacking community channels. There's a lot of channels out here that I try to pay a little bit of attention to, but there's always about a dozen or so channels I pay a lot more particular attention to. Silver Oceans is one of those channels. So right off the top of my head, Yankee Stacking, Salivate Mill, Silver Oceans, 2is1, Ragtech Stacking. Right off the top of my head, Florida Stacker. And I can't think of any right off the top of my head. But anyway, right there is six of the 12 channels that I routinely visit and pay attention. And for me, I think the ones that really stand out more than others is the entertainment value and the information that comes. I mean, yeah, you could be a wealth of knowledge, but if you're not conveying it to the audience to where it's being absorbed, and it's hard for me to retain my attention span to nothing that's out here if it's not entertaining as well as informative. But that's me. Now other people's, to each their own, right? But for me, it's gotta be informational and entertaining. If it's not one, or if it's not a blend of the two, then I tend to lose interest in it.
Hey, JM just subscribed to Silver Oceans.
Thank you for that.
You need a bell. You got a bell you can ring?
Yep. Ring that bell.
Ding.
And yeah, make sure, JM, make sure to watch a video or two. I think you're going to enjoy his videos. But watch a video or two. Make sure to post a comment. That way your subscription sticks.
Hello, B Squared. Welcome.
Hey, B Squared. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome. Hey, B Squared. I got your email. I am going to, after the show this evening, which I'm going to wrap it up here in the next 5 or 10 minutes, by the way. I'm going to sit down and send out my sticker that your brother has requested. I will be sending that out here after the show. Because he's interested in it. I'm glad to see that people are interested in the sticker. I like the design, which it was a collaboration between myself and Yankee Stacking. I put together the background, the gold foil lettering, which I actually acquired some gold foil and made the lettering with, as well as the star in the enclosed circles. All that was my design. Then Yankee Stacking came along afterwards, and he put the date and the in buffalo coin on the basically on the foreground. So this is that's this sticker will never change. I may add something off to the sides every so often. Like prior to a couple months ago, I didn't have the YouTube or the year established on it. I add that to, so when I start distributing these stickers around to people like here locally, I can just let them know that, hey, we have a YouTube presence for anyone here locally that wants to join the community. So they can go to YouTube and pull up HoosierStacker, and they can find myself and then all the other community members out here. So if you start seeing a lot of people subscribing to your channels from the greater Louisville, Kentucky area, more likely this had something to do with it. So yeah, B Square, I'll be shipping this out after the show. I'll get into the mail tomorrow morning. I haven't forgotten about it. I've just been busy.
Look at there. We done got him 2 new subscribers. Ryan just subscribed to him. Good deal.
Thank you,
Hit
Ryan,
that
very
bell.
much.
Don't just subscribe. Hit the bell, because he is definitely worth being notified about.
Yep, hit that bell, subscribe, hit that bell, and leave a comment on a video or two. Yeah,
One day we're all going to go down to Florida and go fishing with him.
Yeah, I like it. Over Oceans, and I mean, yeah, obviously I'm going to be biased because it's my sticker, right? It's my channel logo, but it's also because of the fact that it was a collaboration between myself and you. That for me. It's got more sentimental reasons for the fact that it was a partnership between he and I to create this sticker. Which at the time I didn't realize that as a April Musket member of his militia, channel design, sticker channel design was one of the perks. I didn't realize that at the time. So I started putting my own design together, and he saw it, and he's like, "That looks like something that the Indiana Department of Tourism would want to use." So it wasn't very favored. So we redesigned the sticker, and that's when he got involved and came up with this design. Yeah, that was one of the perks about being in his militia is he gets to help you. He helps you grow your channel, helps you design your channel, and in my case, he helped me build the channel and create my sticker. I got Yankee Stack, and I'm sure you all know him, but check him out if you don't know him and show him some love.
If you don't know Yankee, where have you been? I think he was one of the first that I subscribed to, first bunch anyway.
Yep.
And we was talking about prepping and food and all that stuff earlier. If y'all have not seen Yankees, he did a little series on prepping and whatnot.
Yes,
very good stuff.
Yes, he did. It's called Prepping the Yankee Way. Is the name of the series.
Yeah, there's 7 or 8 videos in there, maybe something like that. They're like 10 minutes a piece, maybe 15.
And he actually mentions on that series, even though we all have a common interest in this community with involving precious metals, it's not actually precious metals. It should not be your, well, one, it shouldn't be your only prep, but additionally, it shouldn't be. It's actually a smaller percentage of your prep.
Yeah.
Now, if you, I can't remember the percentage, but it's actually less than, I want to say less than 7% of your prep should be involving precious metals. There's a lot more other things you should be prepping for, obviously. Food, clothing, shelter, things like that. Protection, which unfortunately that is going to be part of it. You have to protect what you own, and that's probably the unfortunately that's the negative side of it. But if you don't prepare and you don't protect yourself, then someone's going to take advantage of that weakness when it's exposed. They're going to take advantage of that weakness, and you're going to find yourself getting hurt. So, especially in a bad situation, because in a bad situation when everything goes sideways, when you have people out there trying to feed their families, it becomes basic instinct sometimes, and the logic doesn't always play out like you think it would. So unfortunately, that is part of being prepared in a SHTF event. What do you think about that, HVAC?
Yeah, you can't make a very good soup out of silver and gold, especially yours. I mean, you got nasties on yours, man.
That's all. No. That's all protein. That's all protein.
Oh, God. Yeah. I don't know about that. It better not be protein. Yeah. We'll have to save that for Saturday night after 9 o'clock, I think.
Someone was saying earlier that it made them uncomfortable with me not having this piece of gold in a capsule. Can't remember who it was now, but the reason why I don't have this in a capsule is because of the fact that it is an American Silver Eagle, which means it's not 24 karat. It's 21 karat or 22 karat, one of the two. Anyway, it's not 24 karat gold, so as such, it has more durability to allow you to touch it without having it being encapsulated. So I have no qualm with leaving this out of a capsule for that reason, because of the fact it was meant to be handled more rigorously.
So I don't know nothing about that. It's what now?
An American Silver Eagle. An American Silver Eagle does indeed have 1 troy ounce of, or not silver, that's silver. American Gold Eagle. Sorry about that. Does indeed have 1 troy ounce of gold inside of it. However, the coin as a whole is not 24 karat. The coin as a whole is, I want to say 22 karat. It's like 92%. The ratio,
okay.
The gold content is 92%, even though it's a 1 troy ounce. The coin itself contains 92% gold. Everything else is copper and other more hardened metal to allow it to be more rigored, a little bit more. It can be manhandled without fear of damaging the coin.
Love button says 91.67.
Yeah, I knew it was something like that. Love button, thank you. I couldn't remember the exact number, but because of the fact that because this is not a 100% piece of gold, so because this is not a 24 karat gold coin, and in fact it's only 91.6 whatever percent gold, the balance of the metal in this coin allows it to be more rigid, more rigored, a little bit more durable, so it's not going to get damaged. Now, as a stacker, it's all about the weight for me anyway, so I'm not worried about this thing getting dinged and danged and everything as long as the weight is sustained. Now, for other coins like my buffalo right here, this buffalo is 24 karat. This buffalo is 99.49 fine gold. So, and as you can see, this buffalo is in a capsule because I know, and in fact, that plus it's a proof. It is a proof coin as well. So, with that being the case, I do not want to take this out of the capsule because it could actually get more easily damaged. And because of the fact that it's proof, I don't want to ruin its numismatic value of it because of the fact that it is a proof. So, an actual 24 karat gold coin can actually sustain damage more easily than a coin that may contain 91.6% gold. little bit more durable. Same. That's another reason why I have this Britannia. This Britannia isn't a proof, even though it looks like a proof. That's just how they make Britannias. But this Britannia is 24 karat, so it's in a capsule to protect it from getting damaged. But yeah, it's not a proof, but dang it, they make their coins like a proofs over there.
Yeah, they did a very nice job.
We are so far behind when it comes to minting. There's just no pride of ownership when it comes to minting precious metals anymore.
Your camera adds 20 pounds to the coin's appearance.
especially for the queen, right? Add 20 pounds to the queen.
That's it.
Oh yeah, and this is not a 2021 with all the extra security features. This is a 2020. But yeah. Unfortunately, our coins, most other mints coinage puts our coin to shame. That's really unfortunate. I wish it, and it doesn't have to be that way. And I know we can do better, but the matter of the fact is that the mint just doesn't have that interest in comparison to other countries. Other countries revere their precious metal coinage much more than we do.
I opened up something here. Silver Oceans knows nothing about the bingo.
Oh, okay. So
Silver
Oceans, come by Saturday if you have time, 6 p.m. Eastern, and we'll do. We always, we have the HoosierStacker bingo, and after the second game, once you had a chance to watch the first couple of games, once you understand how we play it, if you're interested, we always open up a 15-minute window after the second game for people to sign up. So if you want to sign up by Saturday night, watch a couple of games, and if you're still interested, you can sign up. But you can come by either way and say hey and hi and hang out if you want as well.
Yeah.
It's a show. It's the bingo night is hosted by HVAC, Residential Basics here. That's on the channel right now on my phone actually, and Still Ringer and myself and anyone else that wants to come up and say hey. But we always host a HoosierStacker bingo at night, which is always the first night or the first Saturday of every month, and it's always at 6 p.m. So you can come by and check them out.
No charge to play and no shipping.
Right, all free to for the bingo games. It's all free to sign up, free to play, free to win. Now we do other stuff between the bingo games. Like for example, I'm going to do this buy it now with these three sets here. I'm going to do that. We will do a buy it now with these 3 sets between every 2 to 3 bingo games. We'll do that. We usually end up rolling out about 7 or 8 bingo games, HVAC? 6 or 8?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It really depends on how fast we can get the games going, and because the first couple of games was horrible because we were spending way too much time collecting bingo numbers. But we got 75 players. Actually, we got more than 75 players, but we have 75 players signed up, and so we pretty much have
spot left.
You HVAC?
Isn't there one spot left?
Oh yeah, there is one spot left. I forgot about that. Well, and in fact, you and Steel Ringer just gave up your call spots, didn't you?
Yep. Yep.
So we actually have 2 spots left to sign up. For anyone that wants to sign up, if you want to sign up to play, come by Saturday, 6 p.m. Watch a couple of games, and if you're interested, you can sign up during the 15-minute window.
Yeah, we got 75 spots for the giveaways. We can have many more bingo players, but we only have 75 spots for people to win on the giveaways.
Right.
And there's 2 spots left. And we're going to expand on that. We got to figure out how, but.
And we got an idea how we're going to expand that, because in fact, right now, the 75 players are based off of 75 bingo numbers. And we have exceeded that number. Well, we will be exceeding that number because we still have 2 spots left, thanks to Steel Ringer and HVAC giving up their call number. and I gave up my gall number as well. So we have 2 spots left for gall numbers, and then we're basically completely full. But technically, we are full because I got more players that have signed up than bingo numbers now. But those players haven't came back to get their gall numbers.
Mateo was leaving us.
Okay, Mateo, man. Have a good evening. Thanks for coming
See
by.
us Saturday.
Yep. Hope you can come by Saturday. So yeah, go ahead, HVAC.
I was gonna say we're gonna have some special music. You got special music lined up?
Not yet. I haven't put any together yet. Need to put some ambience into the bingo night.
Ambiance.
Ambience. Not to be mistaken for ambulance. It's like me saying collaboration instead of collaboration on a few shows ago. So if he says collaboration one more time, I'm going to clobber him. I can't remember who it was. It was either Love or Terry or Donald or Barb. Someone kept said that. He says collaboration one more time. I'm going to go over there and clobber him.
Polka music. There you go.
Okay.
My button is. We get Uncle Sal to do a couple of 5-minute riffs, and we'll just put it in the loop.
It's Cando. I see that Donald in New Mexico has subscribed to your channel. Donald, thank you for that, my friend. And thank you for coming by, Piscano. Good to see you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep, 6 p.m. Eastern time, Silver Oceans. We'll start bingo Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern. And like I said, if you're interested, watch 2 bingo games, and then we will open up the form to anyone else that wants to sign up. And what we'll do is we'll just spin out your bingo numbers at that time. You write those numbers down, and those numbers are yours to keep until we open it up to change out the numbers. Those numbers are yours to keep for all foreseeable games. And then if there's a gall number available at that time, then you get a gall number. Like I said, we'll have 2 numbers left, and then that's it on the galls until we come up with a new way, which we're going to introduce to the community on the January SilverStacker big way. We're going to divvy up and assign the gall numbers after, or starting in January is going to be different, but it's going to allow us to have more players and more games, and of course, more shinies.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I'm excited. Hey, I am the on-call technician Saturday and Sunday. They do not run us late, but I hope to be home by 6.
Okay.
Even still, I have to. I don't even know what the weather's going to be doing.
Yeah, we can hold down the fort if you get a service call. It's cool. That's why we
I won't have.
That's why we
They
have.
don't send us out. It's just getting home.
Oh, okay.
57 is a high, 37 is a low. It may be okay. Maybe all right. Hopefully everybody's turned their stuff on and know it works or doesn't work by now.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you're probably going to start getting busy here. Huh? It probably comes in waves. This is probably your winter wave. You're about ready to endure.
And this is a public service announcement, so since all y'all are on my Facebook, if you haven't turned your furnace or your heat on yet, turn it on this evening. Let it run for at least 10 minutes. If you're down in Florida or whatever, just let it run for 10 minutes. Make sure it works.
Blow the cobwebs out.
Yeah, if you got heat pumps, burn them dust off them heat strips, and change your filter, please. And if you don't have a heating and air company, go find you one. A good one. None of this $39 heat tune-up special scams.
There you go.
Somebody's got.
I put your channel into the link there, HVAC.
Oh my Lord, thank you. There's no silver on my channel. It's just heating and air running service calls and stuff.
Yeah. Now,
Which I haven't uploaded anything in a year and
I
a
was going
half
to
since
say
I
you
got
haven't done
involved in
anything
silver.
from your channel for a while now, but you have all sorts
I've got
of
involved with silver.
you have all sorts to refer you have all sorts of references on your channel involving HVAC insight and knowledge.
Yeah.
Check them out.
All kind of running service calls and a lot of stuff homeowners can do for themselves, and some you can't. So give it a shot. Hey, Rocky Mountain Bear.
Hey, Rocky, good to see you. Yep, check them out. All sorts of good insight there. Yeah, they will distinctly tell you because, the fact that it is the fact that you could blow up your house. They will distinctly tell you that there are some things that a homeowner can do, and there are some things that homeowners should never do.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of videos out there, not only from him but also from other HVAC technicians or professionals that will give you those insider tips. Definitely check them out, especially with winter right around the corner.
And there is a disclaimer: this is for entertainment only, so not to be tried. There's a couple horror stories out there where service guys didn't put that disclaimer out there, and people tried to change their own thermostat and burned up circuit boards and stuff, and they tried to go after the guys like, he told me to do it wrong. It's like, well, you have a different kind of system that he was working on. Well, he should have told us that there's different systems out there. Well, come on.
Leave it to the professionals sometimes.
That's right. Yeah, I had a guy today. I don't know, circuit breaker was bad, and so I changed that out and went to turn the heat on, and it was on a heat pump, and it didn't come on, and it's not a heat pump thermostat. I called him up. I was at his mom's house. Yeah, my mom's got this guy that comes over, and he switches some wires around so the unit will heat or cool. It's like, oh, God. I said, well, you want me to fix it so she doesn't have to? It's like, she needs a new thermostat. Wrong thermostat. So I quoted him a thermostat. It's like, oh, no, I'm going to get me a Nest thermostat, and I'm going to put it on myself. I looked on YouTube, and I think I can do it. I said, well, don't do it. Do not do it, please.
It's so easy. It's so easy.
Yeah. Yeah, we get more service calls from Nest thermostats than any other thermostat on the market. It's amazing.
But they make it look so easy to install.
Well, and I hate this word. They call it a smart thermostat. I hate things that people tag it smart. They're not smart.
Smartphones, smart tablets.
All it means is they're tracking you. That's all that means. And I tell you that in case y'all don't know this, if you're looking to get a Nest thermostat, Nest has sold to Google. Google now owns Nest thermostats and Nest security systems and cameras and all that stuff.
Mm.
They are monitoring you. They have in the thermostats, there are cameras that do not turn off. You can't pull the video down, but they can watch you. And there's also a microphone in there that it's not that they're listening, but I get every month I get at least 2 stories where I get into this conversation with customers, and it's like, you know what? My wife and I were talking about going on a vacation. We hadn't even looked it up, anything on the internet, hadn't even begun a search, and all of a sudden, the places we thought we would like to go to for a vacation, we start getting ads popping up on our computer for the places that we talked about. So they're listening, and they're feeding that information to the advertising people, and they're just slamming it, I did that. My daughter, she was looking for a house down in Florida, and I made the mistake of going and looking for the place that she was looking to buy a house. I mean, I got bombarded for about a month with just realty agencies, just bombarding me. It's like I just did a search. I didn't click on any houses. So that's what they're doing. Is they're just listening to you, and the algorithms of your voice or the words are being picked up. And I guess my cousin reposted a video clip of his nephew getting married. This is their 2-year anniversary. So he reposted a dance that they did, and it showed about a minute and a half of it. Now, this is a repost from 2 years ago. YouTube hit him up with a strike for copyright violations because the music, you could hear the music in the background.
Yep.
From a wedding, and it was just a radio playing. They didn't have a band, or it was just coming through some stereo speakers while they were dancing. Nothing crazy, like a DJ would or whatever. And they busted him, but he gets busted. He gets put in YouTube jail, Facebook jail all the time.
So he's probably on a radar anyway. A frequent violator radar anyway.
He is definitely on the radar.
That's okay. I was doing the show one night. I can't remember. I think it was Stackers Gathering.
I watch you, Terry.
And Kathy's Corner was simulcasting. She got my permission. She said, "Can I do that?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So she was simulcasting, and it must have actually been. It had to be Stackers Gathering. Anyway, I had some background music playing, which I was legal to have televised into YouTube. But when she simulcast and basically captured my audio and video and transmitted it out through her channel, she got a copyright strike over it. Wow. She told me about that either right after the show or during the show. I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Kathy, I forgot that I got music in the background." And so she got a copyright strike over it, whereas I didn't. So yeah, that's something to be mindful of in that case in point right there. I mean, you think something as innocent as, going live.
There's a dirty one right over there.
Dirty one right over where?
Over there.
Over to your right. I'm picking up my Benjis.
Oh, I thought you were picking up the dirty ones.
Not yet. I'm picking up the Benjis. I'm putting my silver away, which is my precursor to everyone out here that I am going to end the show this evening.
I got a question. That quarter that's painted red, what is with these quarters that are painted red?
I see no red quarter.
Oh, you just covered it up. Yep. Right there, under that one. Yep, right there.
That one. Hell if I know.
I see them all the time. There it is. I see them all the time.
I don't know. Looks like someone just spilled some nail polish on or something.
Maybe it's blood.
Ooh.
See?
Should be sterile then if it's on silver. Looks like nail polish to me.
Yeah, I see that all the time. I don't know. Maybe just people do it, and hey, maybe I'll get it back or whatever. I know Tupac has labeled some of his stuff, and he's gotten them back, a couple of coins back in his coin roll hunting.
There's a nice one for you.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. Lick it. Lick it and rub it and clean it. Protein, right?
That's right. It's protein. Now, this dime actually looks more toned than dirty.
I like that.
That looks like it's more toned than dirty.
I see some blue on that. Is that blue and purple?
Yeah. A little bit of blue hue, a little bit of purple hue on there.
Yep, I like that.
On both sides. That's actually toned, not dirty. So, you know what? Doesn't matter to me.
What year is it?
I don't know. 1954, I think.
Oh, wow.
Focus. Come on.
Get you
1950,
a magnifying glass.
1956.
Wow.
Yep,
Good
1956.
shape. Most of the, it's pretty decent. The hair not worn too bad from what I can tell. Still got full bands on the back. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Still focusing
Focus,
on
I
your
could tell.
sticker.
Focus, I could tell you.
It tried.
Come on, focus.
Your hand behind it.
Yes, sort of.
There it goes.
Sort of. Not
There you
quite.
go.
Not quite, but close. So, yeah. And just a little bit more metal weight for my stack. That's what that is. All right, let's go ahead and get on out here, everyone. I don't have to work tomorrow, so I'm off for the evening, so I'm going to go hang out at some other channels. Who should we raid this evening?
Robinson Prospecting. Welcome.
Hey, Silver Creek.
Welcome. Welcome.
Who should we raid this evening? Who's out? Who's online right now?
So Silver Oceans, when you come in and you get your bingo numbers, we give everybody a wrench, and that's how we keep track of who has gotten their numbers, which is how I knew you was not going to be playing bingo. And so you get your wrench, and you can promote your channel all you want to as well.
Yeah, promote, share the love with everyone, anyone and everyone. Let's see, who we got out there? I'm looking.
I can't pronounce Bruce Visconda. Is that right? Did I say that? I probably butchered that.
Let's
He ain't got no wrench here.
let's go raid Jeff Crumpler. He is really coming up in his YouTube channel. It's so funny because he just I remember him first coming out here with going live, and he had such technical lack of stuff when it comes to going live, but now he's like practically every night now.
Oh yeah, sometimes twice.
He's on for hours and hours and hours. How do you have time to do that? So let's go raid Jeff Crumpler this evening if you want.
Yeah. Who's on the show? Who's hanging out with him?
HoosierStacker, HoosierStacker.
Let's just see the back of this
Okay.
bad boy.
Just put your hand in front.
All right, man.
Guys,
All right.
this was
Hey,
fresh
there-
from the
there
tube.
they are.
I literally saw him open this
Turn
tube
on.
last night. These are fresh.
Yep.
So,
I mean, they just came out of the tube last night.
All right.
Very nice.
and
Beautiful.
So there's Jeff Crumpler's channel. If you guys
can
want to
run-
go raid him,
you can run these for
he
forfeit.
would appreciate it. Tell him that I sent you, and let's go over there and make it happen. And everyone, thank you very much once again for hanging out this evening. I do appreciate it. And we will see you Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern for HoosierStacker Bingo. And we'll do this again next Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern during a Stackers Gathering. HVAC, you all good?
I'm fabulous. I'm gonna go have me some more cookies for dinner. Maybe a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. The sandwich of Silver Stackers.
Hey, it's nutrition. What's wrong with that?
I know. Yeah, I got
Sometimes
some
a
homemade.
cranberry sandwich and chili sounds really good. It does sound really good right now.
I'll try anything once.
Yeah, try it once. You'll enjoy it.
Is that with two pieces of bread or one bread
I
folded
usually just
over?
go with one slice folded in half. You get lots of peanut butter, and you just dip it into the chili, and you go town with it.
It's like a peanut butter taco.
Yeah, I guess you do that.
Bread.
All right, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. We will see you Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern for HoosierStacker Bingo, and then we'll catch you back here next Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern during a Stackers Gathering. Thanks for everyone coming by. Smash that thumb on your way out. I would appreciate it. See you on the next stream. Have a wonderful night, everybody. And just keep stacking.